Every year, more than 2 million of us get a visit from a district nurse.
We keep a lot of people safe and in their own homes.
Hello! We become really close to our patients. We're in their lives for years.
10,000 of them travel all over the country to wherever they are needed.
You really never know what you're going into.
It can be life and death for some people.
From our birth
Hello!
to old age.
Happy birthday!
They work day
Just pop the light on.
and night
Oh, she's looking gorgeous, isn't she?
to help us through the toughest times.
Oh, don't cry.
Oh my goodness, you've done absolutely amazing. I can't believe I'm home.
I'm lucky. I am so lucky.
In the Georgian spa town of Bath,
Sarah, are you alright with what you've got? Because you seem like you've got an awful lot of visits.
Shonna is the sister in charge of a dozen district nurses.
We're just getting all our patients allocated and make sure everybody's going to be seen today, so it's organised chaos.
Her team look after 250 patients in the city and surrounding countryside.
We all know what we're doing, it's just getting everything together because we haven't got the luxury of then going to a cupboard and getting stocks or things like that, so we've got to make sure we've got everything with us.
Bye, Shona. Bye. See you later.
Bye.
Shonna makes up to 10 house calls a day.
We're going to see a patient, Mr Comm, who's a 93-year-old gentleman. He's registered blind, he's also deaf. He's had a stroke in the past, so his speech can be a little bit slurred.
Shonna has been visiting Mr Comm for 8 years.
When we used to visit Mr Comm, he'd always give us a bunch of flowers. We wrangled for a couple of weeks saying he doesn't have to buy us anything. At the moment, what we've got it down to is a box of chocolates every visit. Hello, Mr Comm.
Hello, Madam Shonna. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I got one foot in the grave. I'm pleased to see you here.
Oh,
It makes my day because it's somebody to talk to.
pleased to be here. I'm going to do your leg dressings and we'll get this one all nice and clean.
Mr Comm has fragile skin.
Let's just pop that one in first, Mr Comm, that's it. If you bend.
If his legs aren't regularly washed and freshly dressed, he risks getting serious infection.
They're so cheerful and they do a damn good job.
You're always having a bit of a joke with us.
I don't grumble. They may amputate my leg, that's well.
Stop.
Mr Comm lives alone, and nurses visit him twice a week.
They've become friends now. They're real friends.
Well, I've known you for a long time now. You know we like coming here to see you, don't you? I feel quite honoured in looking after him. He fought in wars for our country so I could live the life that I lead now. Here's his medals here, which is pretty amazing. That's the Burma Star there. That's a medal from Dunkirk. They're absolutely amazing, those medals, but I think you're wonderful. Have you got everything you need?
No.
What?
Money.
I haven't got any of that. That's very naughty.
No, it's not.
You know I shouldn't really take them. That's very kind of you, thank you very much. But you know we come here, it's part of our job to come here and see to you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
They're very nice, and I really do look forward to them coming.
Good morning, Community Neuro and Stroke Service. How may I help you?
Karen works on the other side of Bath. She's been nursing for over 30 years.
Ever since I can remember, I wanted to be a nurse, and I can even remember telling my first primary school teacher when I first started school at 4 that I was going to be a nurse. And I can remember dressing up with my little play set as a nurse with a little cape and the apron with a little cross on and a little hat. And I bandage my dolls and I give them pretend medicine.
Karen treats patients recovering from strokes.
You just never know what's around the corner, really. I see lives completely shattered. One day people are living the high life, the next day they literally can't move.
She's visiting Audrey, an 82-year-old great-grandmother who had a stroke several weeks ago.
Hello, Audrey!
The weeks immediately following a stroke are critical to recovery.
Good morning.
Karen comes twice a week to see Audrey.
What's all this I've been hearing about you?
Oh, I've been spreading gossip.
I've had a phone call this morning.
Did you?
Yeah, what's been going on?
Oh, I just had a little fall. Nothing to worry about.
And the paramedics came out, checked you all over?
Yeah.
Oh, sweetie, I can't
know.
leave you for a minute, can I? What are we going to do with you?
Well, I don't know. Put me in a dustbin?
Oh, can't do that. I got to put you through your paces today with your exercises, so we can't be doing that.
It's a horrible feeling when you realise that you've had a stroke. You can't get up the stairs and you can't get in your own bed. Before I had this stroke, I was very active, cut my grass, went to Skittles and done everything myself, really.
Do you want to just show me if you can get your legs up on the bed?
Oh,
Good.
Right. Good night.
Good night. No. We're going to work you hard today.
Right.
You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, raring to go.
Audrey's stroke has left her partially paralysed on her left side.
So I'm going to just support your ankle and I want you to do all the hard work.
To repair her damaged muscles and help her get back on her feet, Audrey needs to follow a daily exercise program.
Really push that muscle out there. I know it's hard. We do need to get these muscles working. I'm just going to gently help you to straighten this arm because it is really obviously not as strong as the other arm.
No, not by any means. It's very hard, this one. Yeah.
Dealing with a stroke isn't just physically challenging.
It's really important we truly know how you're feeling because I know you put on a bit of a brave face. Well, maybe...
How do you know that?
Yeah, see, I do know these things.
Don't do nothing all day, do I? Sat in that wheelchair.
I know.
So I've been one for getting around and going out and doing, different things, and now, sat in there, it's a bit awkward.
Audrey has lived alone, independently, since her husband died 20 years ago. But since her stroke, she's been forced to rely on visits from nurses and a team of carers who wash, dress, and feed her.
Well, I know I'm 82, but I think I'm not old enough to go in a home. That's the truth and that about it, innit? Well, I hope I get back up on my feet and get going. Yeah.
Coming to work every day, that just makes you think so differently about your own life. The little problems that I have in my life compared to some of the patients that I work with is so insignificant, and it really does make you think, just enjoy every day and not moan, because invariably we've got nothing to moan about.
With a large number of patients to treat, Shonna and her team have to get through their appointments as fast as possible.
I would love to give my patients all day so I can sit and chat with them, but it's just not possible. You are thinking about the next person you've got to go to because there are lots of unwell people that you've got to look after.
And throughout the day, there are more patients ringing in. Shonna's on her way to see 83-year-old Peggy.
She's lovely. Normally she's doing her baking when we go in, so it always makes us very hungry. Something smells nice, Peggy. What are you baking this morning?
I'm going to do mincemeat, and then when it's cooked, I shall make shepherd's pie.
Oh, very nice.
And if I rub some pastry up, then I shall put it into a pie, ordinary pie.
Oh, lovely. So, should we have a look at this leg then?
Yes.
Nothing's broken at all.
Peggy has a recurring leg infection which needs regular dressing to keep her out of hospital.
It's probably still healing a little bit inside because we've only just got it healed.
Although she is often in pain, she's reluctant to call Shonna.
I just assume that there's such a lot of people that need help that are far more ill than myself.
But if there's any change at all, you need to phone us. But
You know I'm reluctant to do that.
I know, but you must, because if you don't, then it will turn nasty very quickly if it gets infected. And then if you've got any more problems, just give us a ring.
You know I won't ring you unless it's necessary.
No, but you must, because if it gets to the stage it did last time when it got all infected, it's better that we catch it early.
Yes.
All right then. Thank you for those chocolates, but you shouldn't have really got them, but thank you for sending them.
I just didn't know how to say thank you to you.
Saying thank you is absolutely plenty. All right, I'll see you soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
Bye.
Yeah, hold on. Sarah's for you.
Jammy Dodgers.
Shonna's office is filled with presents from grateful patients.
It makes you feel nice that you've helped somebody, and you know you do make a difference, because you don't always get thanked, because that's not why you do the job. All these cards and letters that we've received from patients. This one was from one of our patients. He coloured this in for us. We shall keep it forever and ever. You know, if you're nursing somebody for years and years, we do get to be a big part of their lives. So, you know, you go through their lives where they have grandchildren come through, and it is quite nice to be privileged to be part of that. How's the breakfast?
In Bath, District Nurse Shonna gets her children ready before she leaves for work.
These are my children. This is Lucy, and she's 3, and this is Joseph, who we call Jojo, and he's 1. Lucy's pretty much like me. She's a little bit bossy.
Mummy's a bossy.
Lucy's I'm quite bossy. Fits quite well as being in charge of the team.
Hiya.
Hi, Shonna.
Hi, you
All
all
right?
right?
Shonna's husband works, and her parents help with childcare.
She can be a very bossy little madam. She always has been, even since she was about that high, you know. Tells us what we should be doing, what we shouldn't be doing if we're a bit under the weather, you know.
You don't always believe me when I tell you there's something wrong.
No, I usually check online as well.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
And you.
Yeah.
Take care.
See you later.
See you later.
She works very hard at the job, you know. Don't mind helping out with the kids and looking after them. Only for short spell, man. We can always give them back.
I don't mind saying goodbye to my children in the mornings because I know that they're safe. As soon as I step out the front door and get in the car, then my brain switches to being a nurse. Then I switch off from being a mum and switch on to being a nurse.
Specialist nurse Karen is on her way to see Audrey.
Oh, that's lovely.
She's recovering from a stroke, and her family are visiting.
Oh my gosh, oh, and I lucky, look at that.
Today, Karen will continue the process of helping Audrey to walk again.
Oh, hi there.
Hello.
You must be Emily.
Yeah.
Is that right? I'm Karen, the nurse. Come to see your great-grandma. So what we'll do, we'll just get you to stand. That's right. Think of this weak hand. Make sure it's where it needs to be. Lovely. Okay, nice and tall. Bottom in. Boobs out. Okay.
The stroke left Audrey partially paralysed on her left side. She has to relearn simple movements.
So we're just going to go to the fridge, Audrey.
Oh, that's enough, right?
So just show me which way are you going to turn if you were getting milk out the fridge? You're gonna
Oh,
go,
that way.
Yeah, just think about your turning. Just a few little steps. Whoa, no, hang on. Let me stop you a minute.
Why?
Stick your bottom in because you're leaning back. That's it. And I don't want to catch you today, all right? Okay.
To become independent again, she will need to do this on her own.
So if we just turn, so you're facing the fridge, literally, frame in front, go, yeah. And then turn into the fridge, Audrey, like we were just now, and then we'll go from there. Lovely. It's fantastic, really.
It feels great to get up out of the chair after being sat in there. Just a couple of weeks ago, I wasn't able to do this. I wasn't able to stand, really. Right, what do you think then?
Okay, very good, man.
Very good?
Yeah, very impressive.
Better than when you saw me last.
Well, much better than
Well,
to actually
get the
see you
time back.
moving and walking is fantastic. Well done.
I felt that went really well today. I'm really pleased with Audrey. Whatever she's faced with, she just deals with it and moves on in a positive way. And I think that's incredible.
Bob, do you want any biscuits?
No, thank you. No.
Barbara and Bob have been married for over 60 years.
I'm nearly 83, and Bob, and he'll be 86. We can still fight.
They've lived in Bath all their lives.
We don't know the years go by.
Well, it have gone by quick.
Yeah, I've gone by.
Gone by too quick, really.
Shonna's on her way to visit them.
Barbara and Bob are a really nice couple. They're also happy and they help one another, they look after one another, which is really nice.
Barbara is a diabetic who needs regular checkups from the nurses.
Morning. You all right, Bob?
Yeah, all right, Shonna.
Good.
Yeah.
Just going to do your dressings today. Has it been bothering you much?
Just get a sharp pain now and again.
Is that on your toes again?
Yes.
Barbara's diabetes is damaging the circulation in her legs.
They're still swollen.
Oh, a bit, yeah.
They look quite painful at times.
And Barbara has seen firsthand how serious her condition can be.
My sister had diabetes and she had her leg amputated.
Her sister died a few months ago.
She just gave up. That I don't want to end up having my leg off and ending up like my sister.
Now, when was the last time you took your painkillers?
Don't take painkillers.
You haven't taken any. Will you take some for me after this?
I was a tea lady and I was working till I was 80 and I was going up and down 100 stairs a day. This is a shock to me to be like this.
Can you move your toes?
Yes, dear.
You wiggle them? Yeah, and you're comfortable?
Yes, they are.
Good.
Yeah.
I'll see you on Monday, Barbara, okay?
Yes, thank you very much.
Always amazes me how strong people can be, particularly elderly patients. They've seen and done and lived so much in their life. I hope I'm like that when I'm older, because it always amazes me how resilient they can be to things.
I'm quite determined. I try and everything I can to walk again. And I'm gradually getting there. Gradually.
After 2 months helping Audrey recover from her stroke, today could be specialist nurse Karen's last visit.
I'm hoping to discharge Audrey today, but it will depend on how she is with her walking and her balance. And if I've got any concerns at all that she's not going to be able to carry on her own, then obviously I won't be able to discharge her. So I'm just going to see how it goes when I get there.
A few weeks ago, Audrey was unable to walk without someone helping her balance.
Hello, Audrey. How are you?
All right, thanks. And you?
Didn't think you'd be answering the door to me. Goodness me.
What you want me up to today, then?
Ah, well, come to see how things are.
Well, not too bad.
I'm going to let you just carry on if that's all right.
On my own steam?
Yeah, take it steady.
Right.
Well done.
Getting there?
Oh dear, full steam ahead today. Brilliant. What I really think is great about community nursing is that you do see patients in their own homes. You see a different person. You see the real person. Look at that. It's amazing when patients make the progress, and that's what really makes the job worthwhile.
What's the verdict? Is that better?
God, look at you.
Good. Good.
Strong on your legs as well. This
Thank
is
you for
amazing,
your
Audrey,
help
to
in
see
that.
you walking like this today. To think of where you've come,
When I come from, when
to
I come
this
out of
point.
hospital, oh yeah.
Didn't expect to see you doing this.
No.
These small steps are giving her back her independence.
I'm delighted to see her walking around, and the fact that she doesn't have to rely on that wheelchair anymore. It's absolutely brilliant. Because you've done so brilliantly, we can discharge you today.
Oh dear, sorry to see you go. We've had a
We've had
laugh
good
and some
times,
hard works and some, what you call it,
We've
haven't
had
we?
lots of fun and laughter.
Been brilliant having Karen to help me do all these things and exercises, because you wouldn't get off out of the bed really if you never had somebody there pushing you.
Even though this is going to be my last visit with you, I want you to keep up all this
do
good
all what you
work.
told me, right?
Yeah. I'm sorry to have to go, but
Lovely
you've done,
seeing you
and
and
you,
everything,
you've done
yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Good.
Bye bye for now. When I first met Audrey at home, she was literally confined to the wheelchair, unable to stand, completely dependent on everybody to do everything for her. She has worked so hard to keep going, and for Audrey I think it just shows such great progress.
It's been 3 months since Audrey's stroke.
After I had my stroke, I thought that was it, but now I'm coming out like I used to do with my friend. I feel it's been a long road, but it's been worth it in the end.